Hi, next we are going to see the parallel and serial load. This is one of the type of shift register we are going to see. Parallel and serial load. By the name you can understand parallel and serial load. We are going to load the data parallelly and you are going to receive the data one by one. So this is the block diagram for your parallel and serial load. That S/L bar is representing the shift/load. Load means whenever your S/L bar is equal to 0, you can load the data. For example, I have taken the data as 1011. This data I am going to give here. So your DA is equal to 1. I have taken 1011. So DA is equal to 1 and here it is 0. Next is 1 and another one is 1. Just see the connection, how it has been connected. Already I said S/L bar is considered as a shift/load, right? So L should be connected to one gate, one AND gate, and L bar should be connected to another AND gate. So similarly for all the flip-flops, you have connected two AND gate and one OR gate. So first we'll see the load operation. Whenever your S/L is equal to 0, you can load the data. How we are going to load the data? So first you are going to give the first clock pulse. At that time the data 1011 will be loaded in each flip-flop. This is flip-flop A, B, C and D, right? So this is the this is the flip-flop we are going to be used and the data will be loaded. How the data will be loaded? First in the Q, that means in the A flip-flop 1 will be loaded, in the B flip-flop 0 will be loaded, in the C flip-flop 1 will be loaded and D flip-flop again 1 will be loaded, right? So whenever S/L bar is equal to 0, data will be loaded in all the flip-flop, right? So this is nothing but your parallel in. Now we are going to see the serial in. So before seeing the serial in, just we want to see which are the gates was enabled. Whenever your S/L bar is equal to 0, so then this becomes 0 and this become 1. So your gate, this gate G1 will consider G1, G2 and G3. So whenever S/L bar equal to 0, your G1, G2 and G3 will be enabled. And what about your G4, G5 and your G6? Your G4, G5 and G6 will be disabled. That means this G1, G2 and G3 is used to load the data. Now we are going to see the shifting the data. And consider this as 0, this as 1, this as 1, right? So whenever this is shifted, this become 1, this become 1, this become 1, right? This is for loading the data. Now we are going to see the shifting the data. How we are going to do the shifting process? Already this is 1, right? So this one is become 1. Now we are going to shift the data. Now this become 1. If this is 1, this term it's become 0, right? So now your when S/L bar is equal to 1, G1, G2, G3 is disabled. Your G4, G5, G6 is enabled. How it is going to be shifted? We are going to see that. First, I have taken this set of flip-flop. When this is 1, this become 0. If this becomes 0, this become 0. This become disabled. Now, this is 1. Already here is 1, right? This is 1. This is 1. So your output is 1 and this output is 1. So what is the meaning of that? So for the second clock pulse, for the first clock pulse, the data is loaded. During the second clock pulse, the first data is shifted to here. This might be any data. Here you can consider as a 0 also, as you wish. Next, this 0 will be shifted here. This one will be shifted here. Already so we have shifted and we got the second data. Just we want to see how it has been shifted. So we saw the first data, it has been shifted here. Now we are going to see the 0, how it is shifting to QC. And already you know that in the QB, already the data which was stored is 0. Here your S/L bar is equal to 1. Now this become 0. Now the 0 is shifted here. Already I have written here. This QB 0 is shifted to QC. Similarly, this QC data should be shifted to QD. How we are going to see? Here your QC data is 1. Already S/L bar is equal to 1. So your answer is 1. So if any one input is 1, your output of the OR gate is 1. Now this QC value is shifted here. So like this you are going to shift one by one. So in which clock pulse you are going to receive the data? During a third clock cycle. And again I am taking my input as 0. This 0 is shifted here. This 1 is shifted here. This is my third data. Right? And fourth clock cycle again 0, 0, 0 and 1. So during my fourth clock cycle, I can receive all the data which I loaded. So like this